What's up, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard back with another Division 2 video. Today is Tuesday, July 13th, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. In today's video, my friends, we'll be going over the weekly vendor resets for DC, New York, and the Dark Zone. I'd like to go over the system maintenance that took place this morning, as well as pass along a few friendly weekly reminders. Now, if you want to jump ahead to the vendors themselves, feel free to go to the 4-minute mark in this video at this point. Now, if you happen to be new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. Finally, as most of you know, we have giveaways here, and our current one is for a $100 gift card to either Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam, depending on which platform you're on, and all you need to do to enter is either subscribe here or follow us on Twitter. Either way is fine. The winner will be announced on August 1st of this year, and as I've mentioned in every previous giveaway video, please keep in mind that watching our content is not a requirement to win. Only watch the things here you may enjoy. That's why you have the option of entering via Twitter. Having said that, let's get into today's video. So the first thing I'd like to go over really quick has to do with this week's system maintenance. Now, yesterday I put out a video talking about the fact that I'd heard from a lot of people that were having issues with the Marauder on different missions in the game. Now, at this point, they say the Delta issues have been dealt with and you should not have that issue moving forward. As always, my friends, do me a favor, let me know, were you having an issue with this in the game? Is it fixed now? And if there's still a problem, please let me know in the comments section. I'll do what I can to pass the information along. But again, hopefully, as you can see here, it has been dealt with, so it shouldn't be an issue at this point. Now moving on, my friends, to the global event Hollywood that starts today. One thing I want to mention really quick is the Wraith League is still going on. You have another 7 days for that. Now, in regards to the Hollywood League, I've been getting a lot of questions on what is the best way to really go through this thing to gain the most amount of stars and just a bunch of different things. Now, for those of you that may have missed my video yesterday, I mentioned the fact that I'm going to do a standalone video just on this subject, meaning just on the Hollywood global event, the best way to farm, do all this stuff. I'm doing my best to get that out to you today. It may be tomorrow, but you'll definitely have it within the next 24 hours. Continuing on to this week's invaded missions, they are the Federal Emergency Bunker, Lincoln Memorial, and the Potomac Event Center. Now, clearing those will gain you access to Roosevelt Island, which should be working now, and once you clear that, you'll then have access to Tidal Basin. Today also happens to be the day that the weekly projects reset, and it gives you 3 great ways to earn exotics in the game. You have the weekly summit project, the weekly shade requisition, and you also have the weekly legendary mission as well. Finally, my friends, I'd like to show you the location of the Snitch. Now, finding the Snitch every Tuesday is how you're going to gain access to the gunrunner Cassie Mendoza, who becomes available every Wednesday. Most of you know by now that the Snitch can pop up on different areas of the map. This happens to be my favorite and most consistent spot to find him, in the Federal Triangle by the 1040 safe house. Now, if you get here and he's not there, I suggest resetting your control points and he should show up. With all that being said, my friends, let's now get on to the vendors themselves. Now, most of you know by now, if you've seen my previous videos, I pretty much ripped through this thing. However, for new and returning players, I strongly recommend you really want to take your time. As always, we are starting off in the White House. Let's see what we have today, starting with the Pyromaniac. This is a really good weapon. It's not the best roll, but you know, pretty much anything in this game, if you've been trying to find it and you happen to see it on sale, I definitely recommend picking it up. Next, we have an SMG, then an AR. Next, we have a handgun. Moving on to a Providence backpack. Pretty okay roll there. I mean, not really. I don't know. Then we have some body armor. Now some mods. Any good mods or skill attachments? Meh, kind of, I don't know. Anyway, now making our way to the clan vendor. Let's see what we have. Starting off with the Quiet Roar. This is a pretty decent roll. If you do not have it, I definitely recommend picking it up. Below that, we have an ongoing directive backpack. Let's see what kind of roll that is. Pretty decent, you know, about 70% of the way there. Eclipse Protocol mask. We have some rigor knee pads. Next we have, let's see what the LMG is like. Again, pretty decent. I mean, it's not terrible. We have a M4, pretty good roll there. Moving on, we have a marksman rifle, pretty okay roll. Let's see what this Hannah U bag is like. Really nice there. Actually, that's a good one. You may want to pick that up as well. Pretty decent rifle here, especially with all of those stats. You're going to re-roll that bottom attribute. The Talent Boomerang is absolutely awesome. Next, we have some Araldi gloves. I'd like to see more red stats, or more red attributes, excuse me, on that one. We have a Hannah U vest, then some mods and skill attachments. Yeah, that seems to do it. Now let's make our way to the campus. Let's see what we have this week, my friends. We are going to start off with another Quiet Roar. The one at the clan vendor is definitely better. Do not bother with this one. Pick up the other. Below that, we have a marksman rifle. Pretty decent roll there. Another LMG. We have a rainbow Skittle-style mask, holster, mods and skill attachments. Now let's make our way to the theater. Here we begin with the named rifle artist tool. It's a good rifle, not the best roll, but again, if you don't have it, you can pick it up. Next we have a shotgun, pretty mediocre there. Same thing with the next rifle. Then we have some gloves, not that great. Knee pads, same thing. Mods and skill attachments. Now let's make our way to the first Dark Zone West. And actually, as we go through the Dark Zone vendors, keep an eye on the screen. You'll see what they have for sale, but I want to go over a few things really quick. First of all, keep in mind that during the global event, Dark Zone exclusive items are in named caches and legacy caches as well. The main reason I'm bringing this up is I know a lot of people are very leery about going into the Dark Zone right now. There's a lot of cheating and hacking and glitching and all of this stuff. So again, those caches give you the opportunity to get some really amazing items. Now, I still recommend on a weekly basis, as we make our way to Dark Zone South, you definitely want to check these vendors out every week, no matter what. Last week, for instance, one of the vendors had the apartment SMG for sale, and that thing is an absolute monster. It shreds NPCs, so again, even though you may not like going into the Dark Zone, hitting up these vendors could help you find something you've been trying to get for a really long time. And as we make our way to the final Dark Zone East, there's one more thing I'd like to mention. In my opinion, and again, this is coming from someone who barely goes into the Dark Zone, I'd really like to see the vendors have better items on a weekly basis. I think that due to the fact it is such a grind to get those resources in order to actually buy these things, I'd like to see at least one or two God-rolled-ish typed items, at these vendors for sale. Again, my friends, let me know what you think down below, but I really think if they had that, more people would be inclined to pick this stuff up. And as we make our way to New York and I start to wrap this video up, as always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I know it's been really slow for the game right now. However, the fact that you're here watching these videos, just interacting with the community sincerely means a lot. Most of you know by now that one of my main goals at the channel is to try to help out in any way I can, so if you have any questions or comments or feedback, please let me know in the comments section down below, and as always, I will try to get back to you as quickly as I can, my friends. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.